You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the February 14, 2024 meeting of the LaPorte County Sheriff Merit Commission. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the February 14th Valentine's Day LaPorte County Sheriff's Department Merit Board meeting. Nice timing on that, Sheriff, but
Try my best.
You've got no red on though, so.
No, I don't. Not this morning.
All right. I'd like to thank you all for coming again. If we could please, for the rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Councilman Mullenhour, would you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Did everyone receive the copy of the minutes? Are there any corrections to be made? Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve as submitted?
So moved.
Have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Motion second. Any questions? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Just for the record, Ms. Mock is not here today, so we will still have a quorum, so we'll continue on. Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning. How is everyone this morning?
Good.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
You're very welcome. We'll go ahead and get started because we do have a pension board meeting right after this meeting. A couple of additions to the agenda. I have some promotional approval request forms for you that I'll read, and I've got 4 of them. I'll go through them first, and then I'll bring them all to your matter for the vote, if that's fine with you.
Yeah, if it's okay with the board, we'll just hold off and vote them all at one time, unless there's an objection. Jim, you okay with that? You okay? Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Says to the Sheriff's Merit Board, whereas applicant Jet Belina, a member of the department eligible for promotion to the rank of regular deputy, except as noted in waiver request form G, if any, attached, has been found to have made the highest grade in written examination, years of service grade, and service rating grade total, as per reported on the LaPorte County Sheriff's Department eligibility list published by the Sheriff's Merit Board. In my opinion, he appears to have all the necessary attributes to properly discharge his duties in the rank sought. I hereby respectfully request the approval of the board for this promotion to that rank effective February 20th, 2024. This is to the Sheriff's Merit Board, whereas applicant Pablo Pesa, a member of the department eligible for promotion to the rank of regular deputy, except as noted in waiver request form G, if any, attached, has been found to have made the highest grade in written examination, years of service grade, and service rating grade total, as per reported on the LaPorte County Sheriff's Department eligibility list published by the Sheriff's Merit Board. In my opinion, appears to have all the necessary attributes to properly discharge his duties in the rank sought. I hereby respectfully request the approval of the board for his promotion to that rank effective February 20th, 2024. To the Sheriff's Merit Board, whereas applicant Joseph Walker, a member of the department eligible for the promotion to the rank of regular deputy, except as noted in waiver request form G, if any attached, has been found to have made the highest grade in written examination, years of service grade, and service rating grade total, as per reported on the LaPorte County Sheriff's Department eligibility list. You say that a couple of times, it gets to you. Published by the Sheriff's Merit Board. In my opinion, he appears to have all the necessary attributes to properly discharge his duties in that rank sought. I hereby respectfully request the approval of the board for his promotion to that rank effective February 6, 2024. And finally, Sheriff's Merit Board, whereas Dylan Heisick, a member of the department eligible for the promotion of the rank of probationary patrolman, except as noted in waiver request form G, if any attached, has been found to have made the highest grade in written examination, years of service grade, and service rating grade total, as per report on the LaPorte County Sheriff's Department eligibility list published by the Sheriff's Merit Board. In my opinion, he appears to have all the necessary attributes to properly discharge his duties in the rank sought. I hereby respectfully request the approval of the board for his promotion to that rank effective January 2nd, 2024.
Thank you very much, Sheriff. This is great news, exciting news that we're getting some people that have completed all the steps and getting us closer to being at 100%, and that's obviously the goal. So may I have a motion to accept all 4 of these as promotional approval as read by the sheriff?
I motion.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you.
Thank you. Starting off with the agenda, our calls for service between December and January increased. The total number of calls increased 5% from 2,000 to 2,097 for the month. Crash reports increased significantly by 43%, and that's because of the snow that we saw in January. The crashes obviously increased and the slide-offs increased due to that. Traffic stops decreased 3%, and car deer crashes remain neutral at 18 apiece for the month. Administrative Assistant Becky Popwell has been continuously working on the 2023 annual report. Once it's done, it will be posted to our website, but I do have some preliminary highlights that I like to share with you. Our calls for service increased 15% between 2022 and 2023. In 2023, our deputies answered 28,199 calls for service compared to 24,724. Our major cases, which is considered arson, homicide, manslaughter, rape, robbery, battery, burglaries, are down 8%. Our arrests were up 16%. Our traffic stops were up 42%, and our jail bookings were up 10%. And I like to just highlight that the fact that we worked shorthanded last year with the hiring of 9 new deputies last year. And even though we were shorthanded, our calls for service increased, our major cases were down, our arrests and traffic stops were both up, and that's great. That just shows you how hard the men and women of the Sheriff's Department worked last year, although they were shorthanded. Could not be more ecstatic over these stats considering the circumstances that were provided to us. New hires, Zachary Weffler and Jeffrey Armstrong, continue their FTO. They are doing extremely well. And again, they're projected to complete their FTO and go solo around the 1st of April. New hire Dylan Heisick is currently attending Northwest Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, and he is doing extremely well also. During the month of January, all merit deputies completed in-service training. This will assist them in completing their mandated training hours. And due to the scheduling efforts of Captain Heineck, it was completed at no cost of overtime to the Sheriff's Office. He did a lot of work in getting everybody scheduled when they were supposed to be working to get that completed. As a reminder, the application process has begun for the Neil Thompson Memorial Scholarship. This fund is held through the Unity Foundation, and applications can be found on their website. The deadline for the scholarship and the application is March 15th. I'd like to provide a little bit of an update on the flood remodel project. This will probably be my last update on that because we are 99% completed. It looks very nice in there. We've got a lot of everybody moved back into the offices. The crew are in there just touching up some highlighted areas and just finishing some minor little things. So hopefully by next meeting I won't have any more to report to you on that because we are completely done. Again, it was a long effort. It's a project that took a little over a year. And again, I just cannot be more happy with the staff and their patience and understanding and professionalism. It got testy around there sometime with all the construction noise and work that was going on, but everybody handled themselves very well, and I want to thank them for that. The Sheriff's Office annual holiday party took place Saturday, January 27th. I'd like to thank to all those who attended, and a special thanks to the Indiana State Police for covering our afternoon shift that evening so our deputies could attend. On February 8th, Captain Dallas Smythe and I met with representatives of the LaPorte County Fair, and we have begun planning for this year's fair. They have asked for an increased presence from the sheriff's office, and they agreed to an $8 an hour raise for our deputies going into this year's fair. We've met with representatives from EMA and LaPorte County Health Department in reference to the upcoming solar eclipse that is set to take place Monday, April 8th at approximately 2 p.m. And I guess the reason for this and these meetings that we've been having is Indiana is considered so-called ground zero for this eclipse that's supposed to come through, specifically between Indianapolis and the Bloomington area. But they're worried due to the large influx of people that they expect to converge into the state of Indiana and clogging our roadways up, and they feel this is going to happen due to past incidences in other areas of the country where we've seen this type of an eclipse come through. Although LaPorte County is not in the ground zero or the bullseye, so to speak, they're expecting LaPorte County to be 90%, 96% dark at the peak time of the eclipse, which I think is about 2:14 p.m. On the 8th. So there's some concerns over that. There's some concerns over some people who may suffer some eye injuries attempting to look at this. They've had experiences where people will do psychedelic drugs while this is going on, so they're concerned over overdoses and everything that may come with that. So that's we've been working on that, and we're trying to prepare for that as much as possible. We have a new canine handler after a selection process by the canine unit, and at their recommendation, Deputy Justin Phillips has been named the new canine handler for the Sheriff's Office. This canine will be purchased through a grant that was submitted by Major Cicero through the Department of Homeland Security. Question?
Does that bring us to 4 then? Or?
That brings us to 4, correct. Yep. Another addition to the agenda, which I received late last night, so I do apologize. Deputy Matthew Disborough has tendered his resignation to the Sheriff's Office. This kind of come at a little bit of a surprise for us, but he took a job with the Long Beach Police Department. His final day with the Sheriff's Office will be February 25th of this year, and he begins his career with the Long Beach Police Department. I do have a couple of emails of commendation that I received. One is from Jeff Rose, who's a captain with LaPorte County EMS. Says, good afternoon, Ron. First of all, I wanted to say that we've been thinking about you and your department. I know you've had a lot happen in recent days, and you are in our prayers. As always, for you and your entire department. Second, last night I had a call in the 6,000 block north of State Road 39 for an unconscious patient. It was a very serious call with 2 ambulances and a helicopter. The resident was down a long driveway and was hard to see at little after midnight. The first officer on scene put a flare at the beginning of the driveway off the highway. We were able to find this address very quickly because of the flare, which we saw from a long distance. Captain Wright showed up, and I asked him to thank the officer who did that. He told me the officer's name, but I can't remember. If you could pass it along, would appreciate it. Thanks again, and stay safe, Jeff. This was sent off to the Captain Wright to pass along to the deputies that were up there that evening. And then another one that I received on behalf of Sergeant Keith Wilson from Melissa Mishke with the City of LaPorte. Says, good morning, Sheriff He. I'm not sure if you remember me. I was previously the GIS coordinator at LaPorte County. I wanted to let you know how grateful I am that Sergeant Wilson was at the right place at the right time yesterday afternoon. My daughter slid off the road on State Road 2 and was packed in the ditch. She called me and I was on my way to pull her out. Sergeant Wilson stopped, checked on her, and stayed with her. He also did a report and explained that it was for insurance purposes. My daughter is young, hasn't been driving in our winters very long. The semi-traffic was heavy and on the highway during the time, and she was very frightened. But Sergeant Wilson was also reassuring and helped her stay calm. I was surprised that she was not as hysterical from the wreck when I arrived. I know that he was probably just doing his job, but I wanted to let you know that we felt so grateful for him to be there to keep her safe. Thank you for all and your deputies do. You're doing a great job, Melissa. That was also passed along to the respective supervisors as well. Attached, you'll see the jail division, warrant division, and detective bureau stats. And I'd like to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day. And as a reminder, we do have a pension board following this meeting. And that is all I have this morning.
Thank you, sir. Moving right along, are there any comments from our almost standing room only crowd today?
Wow.
Did you mandate this, Captain, or?
They want to get promoted, you know, come let them in.
There you go. Good call. Any comments from the floor? Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mic isn't on. Can you push the button on the microphone? Turn it on. It's on live? Green light? No, it's probably not plugged in on the floor.
It looks like it's plugged in.
On one of our mics.
Let's talk loud. I'm gonna give you my yearly Toys for Tots report, if you don't mind. We did a little bit better this year than we did last year. For LaPorte County alone, we collected 16,179 toys. And we passed those toys out to 4,720 kids. So that's up a little bit from what we did last year.
Good job.
For Indiana, we collected 108,036 toys, and we passed those, we passed those toys out to 25,335 kids. So again, that was what we did last year. Still nothing. Unfortunately, I don't have the numbers yet for national. I probably won't have that until for another month or so. So I'm sure that will be another increase. Remember last year, we passed out just a little over 400,000 toys to just foster kids nationally. So I'm hoping we'll have a little more of an increase in what we did last year with even with the foster kids. And, I think I'd explain to you also about the social group, social club of the Marine Corps League, and what we do with donating money to Children's Hospital for our national convention is that. This year we were in Oklahoma City, actually August of 23, we're in Oklahoma City. We donated a check for $74,000 to the Oklahoma City Children's Hospital. And they use that to help with equipment just for the kids. So we're hoping, our goal every year is 100,000. Once in a while we get kind of close. This year we're somewhat close this year, so hopefully we'll reach that goal this year in Palm Springs. Indiana's actually put in a bid. We're going to put in a bid to host a National Marine Corps League convention here in 2 years. It'll actually be in Indianapolis. If it goes through, there'll probably be in downtown Indianapolis an extra 1,500, 2,000 Marines for a week and doing what I just explained. So I'm hoping, I'm part of that committee, so I'm hoping that we get it here.
Good luck on that.
Yeah, so I have a certificate for the department from Toys for Tots. If I can, thank you. And that's all I have. Any questions or?
Thank you for what you do. It's amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you can always look for your passion. I mean, you've done this for I don't know how many years, but it's just cool that you're keeping it going and supporting or representing the department and doing the same. So, all right, congrats.
Any other comments from the floor? No comments from the floor. Okay, thank you. Comments closed. Mr. Berger, you have any comments?
Just real quick on the K9 handler. I know, knowing Justin Phillips, I know this has been like a goal of his for a very long time. He's worked really hard, and I just want to congratulate him. I think it's well deserved, and so openly congratulate.
Jim?
Just like to say it's a shock that Matt's leaving the department. Hate to see that, but now we have to go again and get another one.
Nothing today.
Nothing? Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna say so much for being full staff. That lasted, what, a month maybe, if that, so, back to the drawing board we go, but, I just wanna thank everybody. Sheriff, great, holiday party this year, I really enjoyed it, and, that drummer, those gotta go, that was in the band, that guy. But for those of you who attended, it was a very nice evening and fun time, so thank you so much for that. The Toys for Tots, I'm amazed every year when you come up and, for you guys to collect 16,000 just in LaPorte County, it's, considering there's 92 counties, I think you more than did your share statewide, so thank you for keeping up the good work and the effort, and thank your Marine Corps buddies, we really appreciate all they do, so. That's all I have. Are there anything else anybody wants to talk about? Okay, if none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion seconded, all in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Meeting adjourned at 9:20. Getting close to that record, Sheriff.